ready, everybody. He's about to do something stupid.
Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you, gentlemen, but you seem to have me confused with a character in a fictional show. Now, if you'll excuse me, my fondue is just about...
Hey, welcome everyone. I'm still setting up. 1 second. I hope that title changed. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Yeah, I'm still setting up over here. My bad. So, more Danganronpa. We just got through a class trial. So, there's probably going to be more progress, hopefully today. My throat feels a lot better right now, at least at the moment. So... I'm not gonna lie, doing like a normal stream, just reading, it really is kind of hell on my throat a little bit. But then again, to be fair, that's all I'm doing is just reading. If I did pace myself, I think it would be a lot better. But, yeah. But it's something like, if I actually did do this for a living, it's actually gonna be a little hard. Just to try and maintain that. I mean, I guess to be fair, I would be playing games to where the game would be doing more of the excitement, I guess you could say. Anyway. Just making sure I did everything. Oh, I didn't do this. Damn. I hate myself sometimes. I get it wrong all the time. How dare I? I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually kinda... I'm really wanting to actually check out the DLC for Remnant. So, I think I really want to do that come Monday. I think that would be great, to be fair. But yeah, We're gonna be pushing through. I don't know when we're gonna complete Danganronpa. We could possibly complete it this weekend. It also does depend on how long we go here. Not only for today, but for tomorrow, so on and so forth. All I just know is on Monday, we are not going to be doing Danganronpa. We are going to be doing Remnant. The one time we're not going to be doing Danganronpa. So, just going to be hanging out with some friends, doing whatever. Other than that, yeah, we're going to knock this thing out of the park. So, there's a good chance that quite possibly... I'm thinking... I don't know, but I'm getting a good feeling that come the 16th, we might be done. So, I mean, if that ends up being the case, awesome. If not, god damn it. So, we'll just see what happens. We'll just see what happens. Yeah. All I just know is I'm looking forward to the Horizons. That's just cropping up. You know what I mean? I'm just looking at the horizon. It looks so beautiful from where I'm at. Got Mafia 1 coming up. Got freaking... Cyberpunk. That's gonna be great. Games after games after games. Gonna live it. Also, I just now realized I just screwed something up. Me screw something up? Dude, I've been doing this for a while now. After games after games. Shut up, me! Listen to this dude. Freaking... I've been doing this for a while, dude. Calm down. Calm your tits. Calm your tits. That's all I have to say. Thinks he's better than me, talking over me. Like, trying to, at least. Let's see. We want... No, we want this, right? Nani? Oh, okay, I think I need to do that. Then... Bam, there it is. Awesome. Alright, so I think we're all set. To be honest, I'm actually good to go. So I'm just gonna mute the music here. See if my audio is doing good today. Sounds good to me, so... I'm good. Just need to set up my other monitor here and we'll be on our way. Cats on races. Want this down to there. Bam. Something like that. That. Awesome, awesome. I think we good 'em. I think we're good. I think we're good. Alright, so all we just need to do now, launch the game. Bam. And let's get right to it. Looking forward to this. Looking forward. Alright, where are we at? Chapter 5 end. Here we go. Now, oh yeah, I got the sound off. I apologize. But 1 second. We just did a class trial. I don't know what is going to be going on from here on out because basically we're supposed to be dead, so apparently we were the Blackened, but yet somehow Alter Ego is still alive, and apparently he may have downloaded himself onto the network, and we're alive, so here we are. See how this turns out. The Ultimate Despair. A group of people who caused the tragedy 1 year ago. Those same people put together this killing game and began broadcasting it around the world. The most desperately awful group of people ever. That is the Mastermind's true identity. Our enemy has finally been revealed. We're still down here? I thought we would have got out of here by now. But right now...
Anyway...
Right now we have to get out of this horrible place. Figuring out the rest of the story can come after. Yeah, you're right. Any more? Kyoko, do you still have that one thing? Monokuma's secret tool that you got from the headmaster's room?
Indeed.
Of course I do. It's an obviously vital part of starring the Mastermind. I would never part with it. Should never part with it. And it can open any door in the school right now.
That's right.
That's right. Then we should be able to use it on that door, right? I was gonna try and do this a long time ago, but the game until now decided to do it. Kyoko, we can use the key of yours to open this door, right?
It's true.
Let's find out. Kyoko took the key with the Monokuma design on it and slid it into the keyhole, and then... Yes, it opened.
Indeed.
And now we can get out of here. Let's go. Sounds good. We quickly opened the door and made our escape the garbage pit. Finally, we were finally free, but there wasn't even time to take a breath of relief because the real fight had just begun. After leaving the garbage pit, we found ourselves in a tunnel extending straight up like a chimney. There was a metal ladder leading up into the tunnel. We started climbing the ladder, intent on reaching the surface. The ladder was impossibly long. I couldn't even see where it ended. We climbed into the darkness. The passage was so dark and cramped, I couldn't even see my own feet beneath me. I had no idea we were so far down. Don't lose your footing. If you slip, I won't be able to catch you. Yeah, I'll be careful. But now that you said that, I'm getting kind of nervous. Maybe talking will help keep my mind off of it. So, Kyoko, there's something I wanted to ask you. You said you are the ultimate detective, right? So how long have you been doing detective work? How long? Ever since I can remember, I came from a long line of detectives. Detective work is in my blood. There was a time when being a detective was considered a sacred duty. My family's always been in that way. Always seen. My family's always seen it that way. Then is your family famous?
Wrong.
Quite the opposite, actually. Even among actual detectives, my family haven't heard of us. Huh? But how come? It's like your family tradition, right? So...
Right.
Because we take pride in it. Pride?
Indeed.
A detective is neither light nor a shadow. We represent neither justice or evil. That is how we can uncover the absolute truth. We stand neutral in all things, and to do that, we have to stand separate from the rest of society, which is why we've made a conscious effort to conceal our existence. A conscious effort?
It's true.
It's kind of old-fashioned, and I can't say it's entirely rational, but it's our family creed, and we do what we must to protect it, because, like I said, it's our source of pride. So that explains... Before I came here, when was looking up information about school online, I never saw anything about her. I'm actually looking at it, and I'm wanting to see if there is anything. I just keep seeing name anonymous, name anonymous. Seeing basketball, pop sensation. Or, excuse me, baseball. Did I say basketball? I meant to say baseball. Interesting. But yeah, I do remember that we did actually try to look up information about some of the students, and yeah, there was some gray areas, this being one of them. Because she hid herself on purpose to protect the pride of her family.
However...
And yet, I gave up some of that pride. Huh? In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something, a true... I know I'm botching this name. Jury? Jury? Detective would never do. I know I'm botching that name. But the reason you gave up that pride, the reason you would go so far to enter Hope's Peak, it was because that's how much you wanted to reconnect with your dad, right? There's no shame in that.
What?
Reconnect. I had absolutely no desire to reconnect with my father. Huh? But you... be reuniting after all those years, right? You would have had so much to talk about.
Wrong.
There's nothing I want to talk about to my father about.
However...
There is something I want to say to him, though. What? No matter what it takes, I have to find him and tell him face to face. What is it?
So...
I want to sever all ties with him? Sever? Last time I saw him, I was still very young, so I don't remember myself, but apparently he was extremely intelligent. He was in the line to become the next head of the Kurihiro family. He was talented, he had a promising future, but he had no interest in detective work, so he cut himself off from the family. Not long after that, my mother died, and he simply ran away. He went to my grandfather, and they had a huge argument, and young as I was, he left me behind. I'm sure there was a reason for that. I'm sure your dad wanted to take you with him.
Right.
If that's true, then I need to thank him. I need to thank him for leaving me, because unlike him, I take pride in the work I do. I take pride in my family's name. So every last part of me is happy he didn't take me with him. If I had gone with him, I never would have had the chance to become a detective. I was above Kyoko on the ladder, so I wasn't able to see her expression, so I couldn't tell. I couldn't see how she looked when she said that, what she might have been feeling. All I could do was that compared to her unusual self. He was more talkative and more emotional. I don't blame him, you know. He had his own life to live. That's what anyone in my position might say, right? But it's not
However,
true. But there's one thing I can never forgive. Really?
So...
The way everyone else looked at me. I was never sad about being left behind. Like I said, I think it was a good thing.
However...
But when the rest of my family looked at me, they saw something different. They only saw me as the little girl that was abandoned by her father. That's how they saw even to this day. That's how they saw me even to this day. His shadow has been following me my entire life. I'm sick of it. I need him out of my life. I need to step out of his shadow.
Correct.
That's why I have to find him and tell him we are no longer family. In order to settle the past, in order to remove him from my life forever, I have no doubt he forgot about me years ago. But your family, to just cut him out like that?
Wrong.
Our only connection is through blood, nothing more. We are connected by heart and soul. No.
Hey.
Is blood really enough to call someone family? Only connected by blood, not by heart or soul? I was so shocked to hear her say something like that, I didn't know how to respond, so instead, I said nothing. I just kept climbing the ladder in complete silence. After I don't know how long, we finally reached the top. Looks like this is it.
Indeed.
On the other side of this door, Hope's Peak is waiting for us. We're back.
That's right.
Remember that hatch on the ground near the trash room? That's where we're at? I'm fairly certain that's where we'll come out. I unlocked it earlier, so it should open without much trouble. Well, here goes nothing. I reach my hand up and push against the hatch. The hatch opened with ease, and so... Looks like we're back. But I can't believe how long that ladder was. I'm exhausted. I can't exactly say we're safe and sound, but at least we are out of there. Now we're back in Hope's Peak Academy. Yoko, thank you. I never would have gotten out of there without you. No thanks necessary. I was just returning the favor. So now, what do we do? I'm glad I didn't die, of course, but if the Mastermind finds out, and I'm worried about you too, you helped me so much they might...
Listen.
You are worried. Yeah, of course.
So then...
Then let's just get a concrete answer, huh?
In other words...
Let's ask Monokuma if there's a problem with you escaping. Wait, that's...
However...
If we try to hide, it's only a matter of time till we are found out, and it's not like we can run away. As she said that, she pointed at the nearby surveillance camera. So we are saying rather than stressing out over getting caught, we should just give up now? Don't worry. What you think is going to happen isn't. Because the Mastermind is the one that's snarled. Mastermind said something like that before. What does it mean?
So...
The Mastermind stood exposed during the investigation in Mukuro's death. There was a moment where the Mastermind let their guard down. There was?
Right.
If we talk to Monokuma, we can't confirm it. And it will be better for us if we go to him directly before he tracks us down. That should help with our negotiations. I'm still a little, super uneasy about this, but we don't really have a choice, do we?
Indeed.
Monokuma should be in the gym.
Shall we go?
Let's get going. Alright, let's get out of here. Head to the gym. By the way, how much coins do we have? 200? Dude, just to play it safe for my voice? Can we stop at the store? I think I'm gonna stop at the store just to be safe. We got 200 coins, dude. Use them. Use them. I didn't know I had that much. I don't even think we even need to look for coins. We're good. Give it one more save. Alright. It's gonna mute this stream because it's gonna be same old song and dance. We got 200 coins. Let's just go ahead and use them. We're not going to use all of them because I still need them for other streams, but... This is just to take a break, relax my voice. Hey, we got lucky. Crystal Skull, we already got one of those. I like the water. Alright. We'll do a couple more here and we'll call it. I still don't know what the hell that is. Those are new. Think we already got those? Damn, we're almost up to 100%, dude. Almost up to 100. God damn. If I just get more food, I wouldn't have a problem too much. Yeah, we're gonna so get to 100%. Alright. Good enough. Let's go ahead and save. Well, we took a huge chunk. Just a joke. Welcome. Yeah, I was just doing that to rest my voice. Oh,
Shall
wait.
we go?
We're supposed to go to the gym. That's over here. I screwed up big time.
Well now.
Hey. Kyoko, I don't mind so much.
I don't believe it!
But Makoto, supposed to be dead. He's... What is he doing here? That's exactly how I thought you would react. Are you really gonna be okay?
Pum!
You were supposed to be punished. Did Kyoko help you?
What?
So, what if I did? What will you do?
Shing!
If the guilty party is exposed during the class trial, they alone will be executed. It's unfortunate that this is the rule.
You're making me angry!
So now I'm gonna punish you again, and this time I won't leave anything to chance. Here we go. Do whatever you feel you have to do. What?
However,
But before you do, let me just say one thing.
now,
If you execute Makoto, that means you lose. Not that matters to you, right?
Huh?
Lose?
Hey!
You explain yourself. What do you mean by that?
because
Well, you set up this latest trial yourself, right? I was getting in your way, so you wanted to excuse to kill me.
in other words,
I suppose to be chosen as the blackened and then executed, right? What are you talking about?
however,
But when Makoto chose to overlook my lie, your plan came crashing down. The results of the trial weren't all what you were expecting, but you never imagined that in the position one person would protect another like that.
right,
And in response to that unexpected development,
indeed,
you reacted by claiming Makoto the blackened and trying to execute him. You made the choice out of desperation. No more than that. You must have realized that Makoto, who refused to be implemented, was a threat to you as well.
however,
But then there was another unexpected development waiting for you. The entirety that would throw a wrench, so to speak, in your precious execution machinery, alter ego. You never imagined the ability of a being that could come to our aid even after you killed it.
am I wrong?
Now here's the absolute truth. Makoto didn't kill Mukuro. You did.
Listen to me.
So executing Makoto for it would surely be a violation of your rules, which I know you love so much. So if the blackened is exposed, they alone will be executed. That's what you told us, right? And that means I lose? You talk a big game. You're saying the blackened is me and not Makoto.
Well?
And you can prove this, right?
Well,
No, I can't. Don't just say it like that. What is this? A comedy routine? To make such bold claims without a shred of evidence?
that doesn't matter.
I don't have any right now, but with a little more time, I can guarantee I'll find something.
That's right.
Because no matter how deeply you try to bury it, there is only ever one absolute truth.
Boom, boom.
And now you're trying to talk like some kind of famous detective type.
Because
If Makoto really was the killer, he never would have come to you willingly like this. He would have fear for his life. Fear another execution. He would have tried to run and hide, and would have been gripped by the despair you love so to inspire.
however,
But here we are confronting you with nothing but hope in our hearts.
What the heck?
And that's supposed to be enough to convince me in absence of evidence?
indeed,
It's not you I'm trying to convince.
Hey.
If you were to execute Makoto now, everyone there watching this would be extremely displeased. Huh?
Indeed.
Imagine what everyone out there would think if you killed Makoto. They would assure that you killed him because what we said is exactly right.
Listen to me.
Despair can never kill hope.
Hey,
Of course, you can say we are just making this all up. You are welcome to prove us wrong. No, you have no choice but to prove it. Because if you kill Makoto without proving your own innocence, you will be accepting your own defeat. If you want to earn our despair fair and square,
that's what we have to do.
then I suggest you take my advice. So what is this advice of yours?
It's true.
To do Mukuro's trial over again. Only this time you follow the school regulations to ensure a fair trial.
It's time for one last showdown. One final battle between hope and despair. Hey,
Well, that would make for a proper climax, wouldn't you say? A fair trial, one last showdown, in other words. This would be our chance to expose the true identity of Mukuro's killer for the mastermind themselves. But what reason would the mastermind have to accept the challenge? They'll probably just execute me without another word. Interesting.
Barrett!
Very interesting indeed. Are you trying to be Teddy? Because you're not as adorable. Barry?
What's wrong?
Oh, I was just getting bored, so I decided to change things up a little. So time for bear jokes. Now, you suggested might be possible. It would certainly make for one honey of a climax.
in other words,
Does that mean you accept?
You guys!
If we do things your way, that will be enough to convince you and the viewers, right? And it would cause you unbearable despair, right? He's in character. Then I'm prepared to agree to your terms. Will your hope win out, or will my despair claim victory?
I can barely contain myself!
Let's have one final grisly showdown. He agreed. Then we still have a shot at this.
Barrett!
But this is the long-awaited climax, right? Just guessing the killer is barely a fitting end.
You guys!
So for this final face-off, you'll have to unearth all the mysteries that have been buried here. All the mysteries? That's right. Every last mystery that's pawing around the school, if you can do that,
I can barely contain myself!
then that will be enough to qualify? Oh, now you're really trying to get clever. You're trying to get koala bears in on this? Qualify? I actually never heard that one. Qualify. Qualify as a victory for you.
it's true.
That's what you've been trying to do all along. Okay, well, good. Then let's bear it all. If you can claw your way to the truth of Mukuro's death and solve the mysteries of the school,
You guys!
then you win. But if you can't do all of that, we'll all face execution, right? I can barely contain my excitement. When you learn the whole truth, what kind of despair will you show me? We are as excited as you are, I'm sure.
Listen to me.
When we are uncovered every last truth, how will the ultimate despair reveal their own despair? I honestly can't believe how this has all turned out.
Hey,
But before we get started, I want to clarify one more thing. Do you remember the rule? When one student kills another, that's when a class trial is held.
What's wrong?
I remember that. For sure. So what?
hey,
I just wanted to confirm that this is what you said, right? And it's a true statement. You don't have to be so suspicious. I've said it before, and it bears repeating. Everything is based on the school regulations, and having a trial for Rukuro is no exception to that. Huh? Rukuro's trial is no exception, then it's part of the regulations, which would have to mean that whoever killed Rukuro. It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, of all of them high school students, and the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began. Are those 16 students? What?
listen.
Are you telling the truth? Why he go quiet all of a sudden?
Now I'm really angry!
I'm done talking. I got nothing left to say to you. So get lost, will you? Why so mad? He seems emotionally unstable.
Hey!
Leave me alone. Get out of here. Okay? I'm going. You are really gonna let me go? I don't even care anymore. You are gonna get your punishment later anyway. I need to start getting it ready. A super duper extra special punishment overflowing with despair.
Hey,
Come on, Makoto, let's go. Okay. Monokuma's unstable laughter seemed to cling to us as we walked away, and just like that, we are out of the gym. Should we wake up everyone at the school? I could hardly believe it, but somehow I ended up not getting executed. I still had my life, and we still had a chance. Overall, things turned out way better than expected. Once again, I was in Kyoko's debt. Kyoko, thank you. Everything I have right now is because of
however,
you. Don't thank me just yet. The real battle is still ahead for us. Still ahead of us. She is 100% right, because basically we upped the game. So it's not just us that's going to be executed now. It's going to be the entire team. So what we need to do right now is we actually need to get everybody. We could also rest on this. All we just know is we gotta do this. Now and fast. I did read that last part, right? Yeah, the last battle's still ahead of us. Yeah, sure.
Whew.
But still, I'm glad it worked out. I wasn't sure if the enemy would accept my proposal, but honestly, why would the mastermind agree to that? I mean, they don't stand to gain anything from a final showdown, do they?
So...
They had no choice but to accept, huh?
Because...
It's all because of that one moment that the mastermind let their guard down, like I said. So when was it the mastermind let their guard down?
So...
It wasn't there to hear it myself, but do you remember what the mastermind said? They said they had hijacked the airwaves to broadcast our school life to the outside world, right? Yeah, they definitely said that.
Listen.
And what did you think when you heard that? Pretty hard to believe, right? Well, I mean, the idea of actually taking over the airways seems so unbelievable.
Indeed.
You don't actually read about something like that happening very often, so it's hard to imagine. In other words, the kind of thing is extremely difficult to pull off.
However...
And yet, somehow, the mastermind was able to do it.
In other words...
But think of it another way. There must have been some reason they had to do something that difficult. The reason?
So...
They had to show the world something, no matter the cost of killing each other. They wanted to show the world.
It would seem...
The mastermind has been very adamant about not killing us directly, but forcing us to kill each other. And all of their rules and regulations were designed to encourage that. Yeah, that makes sense. If those stupid regulations didn't exist, nobody would have killed anybody.
In other words...
So the mastermind's ultimate goal was to make us kill each other and show that off to the world. But why?
Correct.
To prove a point, most likely. Prove a point?
Hey.
The outside world has a name for the students of Hope's Peak, right? A certain concept. Are you talking about Hope, right?
That's right.
And for those of us who represent Hope, to kill each other and sink into despair. The mastermind wants the world to see that and try and prove that despair is better than hope. That's their goal as the ultimate despair. What? They want to prove that despair is better than hope? But that's ridiculous.
It's true.
They're right. It is ridiculous, completely irrational. It's the kind of thing that nobody and those who call themselves the ultimate despair would advise. That group who only purpose and motivation comes from despair, but is that really their only reason for making the rest of us suffer?
Makoto.
I know how angry it must make you, and yet that same motivation is what led to the mastermind revealing their weakness. What?
In other words...
Because their goal is to broadcast this killing game to the world, the mastermind has to be more practical than is reasonable about their own regulations. If the mastermind simply ignored their rules, this wouldn't have been a game, but a one-sided slaughter.
At the very least.
That's how those who are watching this would have seen it. And that's why the mastermind couldn't kill any of us themselves.
Indeed.
That is precisely the reason. No matter how much they may hate what I'm doing, I haven't violated a single one of their regulations. Junko broke the rules, so she was punished, but in my case, they couldn't lay a finger on me.
Right.
So instead, they tried to use the class trial following all their proper rules to get me killed. They began a trial that didn't have a right answer, then made me out to be the killer. But even that didn't work.
It's true.
Yes, thanks to you. And due to that failure, the mastermind took yet another risk. They attempted to kill you instead, who also was not the killer, and when the fact was exposed live on TV to the entire outside world, the mastermind had to accept your suggestion.
Indeed.
To prove to the world that despair is better than hope, they have to defeat us in perfect form.
In other words,
it would only do the mastermind harm to have shown that they violated their own regulations, but all of that was a hunch, right? And you are still able to get the mastermind to accept the challenge. Well, it's only thanks to you that we got that chance because you believed in me. Another path opened up. Still, I can't believe how much of the mastermind's thoughts and plans you were able to figure out. I didn't have the slightest clue.
Wrong.
In the end, though, I couldn't prove any of it. It was just my reasoning. Essentially, I was making a bet. But it looks like I got it right. This time, at least, I won the bet. She let out a quick sigh. I took it as a small sigh of relief. To be honest, I haven't been that nervous in a long time. I totally couldn't tell you were nervous at all. You seemed totally confident from the moment we decided to talk to him. Well, presenting a strong demeanor is a fundamental part of negotiation and persuasion, wouldn't you say? Now it's starting to all make sense. Because she could be so cold and calculated sometimes. And that laser-focused determination, she is able to do that when the moment is needed at its most. Which makes it even that much more insane. So, whenever she walks away from a situation, there's a good chance she built up all that pressure of being nervous, and then she lets it all out. But in that time period, all the emotions are just pushed back. It's just she's able to contain it well. That is just something else. I don't know if it would work the same with the dead bodies, though. Because I could totally see a moment to where she just naturally reacts to something. Like with Alter Ego, she let out a big sigh of relief, but she wasn't in a negotiation process. She wasn't in an investigation standpoint. But any time to where we spoke to her, she had this laser-focused demeanor about her. Very confident, and then all of a sudden, she always just kind of does her own thing, and in some cases just walks away from serious conversations, and it's possible that she's almost kind of walking away because she creates a stronger moment by staying laser focused, but then once she walks away, that's when, she might be nervous, sweating bullets, kind of, breathing a sigh of relief. And once again, I'm glad she's using it for good. Because I really thought she came off like a sociopath. And then all of a sudden it turns out, no, she might actually be normal like the rest of us. It's just, she has a way better poker face. Which in that case, I'm completely fine with it. But still though, with the bodies, plus if I showed my uneasiness, that would have just made you that much more unease. Being the stronger one in the conversation, that makes sense. Because we're already thinking we're gonna die. To have someone strong and just laser-focused demeanor, it could give us a slight bit of hope that maybe she knows what she's doing. Yeah, you're probably right. How pathetic.
However...
Anyway, we can't relax just yet. All we've done is earned another chance to fight. We have to fight this time.
Correct.
Or everything we've gone through will have been for nothing. You're right. If we can't defeat the mastermind, it will cost us our lives. There is no option except to win.
Hey.
But before we begin the final battle, we have to tell the others what's going on. True, but now we know who our real enemy is. All we have to do now is work together with everyone to destroy the mastermind. Work together with everyone.
However...
Is that really possible?
Anyway,
right now we have to go find the others.
shall we go?
They are probably in the dorms somewhere. Shall we go? I'd never been to the dorms. What, was that on the second floor or something? Well, this is the second floor.
Hey.
Not okay. So we need to go over here. Interesting. Despair Hotel. Going to that Despair Hotel. Is it the direction on the right? This is never going to open. I really don't know where the dorms are. Well, unless this is the dorms, but...
Hey.
We need to keep looking.
Hey.
Need to keep looking. Huh.
Hey.
Is this not what we have to do?
Hey.
Huh. Okay. Yeah, I thought this would be the dorms. Apparently not. Wait, does this seriously lead to the second floor? Okay. Is it over here? I don't know where we need to go.
Hey,
We need to head to the dorms where everyone else is. Well, I kind of knocked on everyone's room.
hey,
But I don't know where that is. Those would be classrooms. This is the bathhouse. Is there another area I just never found? This is the dining hall. And suddenly, we were greeted with... I'm sorry, what? English, please? You again. He is broken.
whew.
I suppose his emotional instability reached its limit. What the heck was that?
However,
I wonder what that was all about. I couldn't help but let out a sigh of relief.
Is that Makoto?
You guys!
It is! There's no two ways about it, that's Makoto!
Huh? You survived?
Jeez. You're like a stubborn little cockroach, you know that?
I'm just asking to make sure, but you're not a ghost, right?
Well, hero, it's good to see you. Everyone was there. All my friends who had struggled together and survived. As soon as I saw their faces, I couldn't help myself. I started to tear up.
What?
Wait, what's that smell? For some reason, there happens to be a joke from Jim Brewer to where I think it was a joke to where he's trying to, get attractive with his wife. And there was a joke to where it's like, you gotta do like a whole bunch of stuff and they get turned on. And then just when you thought you had them in the palm of their hand, it's like, what's that smell? Oh, come on! Oh, man. For some reason, that joke is just, like, popping in my head right now.
What the heck?
Hey, man, that seriously stinks. It's Makoto. He smells like a wet dog. Get away! Shoo, shoo! And in a flash, my tears dried up. Sorry.
Makoto.
There's no time to indulge in a extended happy reunion. We need to explain to everyone what happened with
Yes.
Monokuma. Explain? Explain what? But is it okay that you are here? What if the mastermind catches you?
It's true.
That's related to what I have to tell you. I need to tell you about the last class trial.
Huh?
Last class trial?
In other words,
We're going to redo Mukuro's trial.
Huh?
What? Seriously?
How about that?
What's the point of redoing it? Makoto killed her, right? No, I didn't do it. Like I kept telling you.
wrong.
Makoto isn't the killer, and of course, it's not me and any of you. Then who is it?
I see.
What she is saying is, it was all the work of the mastermind. What? You are saying the mastermind killed Mukuro?
That's right.
It was all an elaborate trap, contrived by the mastermind. Makoto spotted the trap in time and did what he had to do to stop it.
However,
But his decision meant that he would be the one to die.
What did you say?
You spotted the trap? Did you, Makoto? You make it sound like it was easy. I just,
however,
But executing Makoto, who wasn't the Blackened, is a clear violation of the school regulations. The rules state that only the Blackened is to be executed. The Mastermind broke their own rules, which is why I went and negotiated with them to have the trial one more time. And the Mastermind agreed? Does that mean they really did break the rules? They had no choice but to agree. You used the TV broadcast to gain the leverage you needed, didn't you?
correct.
Very observant of you.
Naturally.
I recall what you said at the end of the last trial, when you said now it's the masterminds that's Snark. That's what you were referring to.
Don't be mean!
I'm totally in the dark here.
He's 30% right, guys. He's 30% right. So he's only 30% in the dark here. Or would it be 30% in the light? Whatever the case. He's 30% right, guys. He's 30%. For anyone who doesn't understand, you can ask Kyoko to explain it again later. So knowing all of this, what do we do now?
About that.
It's about who killed Mukuro, right? So our job is to expose the mastermind. But there's more to it than that, correct? Yeah. For us to win this time, we have to solve every last mystery surrounding the school. Every last mystery? But we've been looking around all over this time, and we still don't know anything, right?
Anyway,
You probably guessed already, but if we lose this time, everyone dies.
Everyone!
I hate you!
Who said you could agree to those terms without talking to the rest of us? I'm finally with things the way they are. I'm fine living here forever with Master.
Well, as long as you have him, you're fine, but the rest of us is in a hellhole.
Meanwhile, want to get out of here as soon as humanly possible.
anyway,
At this point, the only way to survive is to unveil the truth.
Interesting.
In other words, one decisive final battle, a rather interesting development, I'd say. But figuring out who the mastermind is and how they killed
Mukuro and all the school's mysteries. It's a pretty tall freaking order. Maybe, but this time the trial is different. We know who our enemy is now. So if we work together and search as hard as we can, I'm sure we'll solve all those mysteries. I'm not sure about that. Huh? I can't agree with the idea of working together with everyone. You can't agree? Why not? I mean, working together with everyone seems like the most obvious way to solve all the mysteries.
Indeed.
That's what I thought too at first. Until... Why am I watching this name in my head? Monokuma gave us the little hint of his. Hint? It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game has began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students.
I see.
Said that did he? Then Kyoko's opinion is perfectly reasonable. But why?
So in other words,
the mastermind really is the one who killed Mukuro. As Kyoko says, then the mastermind would have had to set foot in the school, right? Monokuma could probably murder Mukuro, but there's still no way he could have disguised the scene like that.
In other words...
But according to Monokuma, the only people who have set foot in Hope's Peak are the 16 students who have been taking part in the killing game. Then the mastermind is... There were 15 of us in the main hall at the very beginning. Add in Mukuro and you get 16. So the mastermind would be one of them?
That's right.
And those 16 people we started out with, the only ones still alive are the people standing right here. Need I continue, or do you get it now? What? You're saying the mastermind's one of us?
No way!
You can't be serious. Wait, we can't say for sure that's true yet. Monokuma might have just said that to confuse us.
Indeed.
It's certainly a possibility, but only one among many. The mastermind being one of us is also a possibility. And that is one possibility we can't ignore. Yeah, I mean, they are an ultimate, right? The ultimate despair, so they must be a high schooler. You can't say it's not possible, but if one of us was the mastermind, they'd have to be controlling Monokuma somehow, right? But did you ever see anyone acting suspicious anytime Monokuma was active?
Well...
Maybe they snuck off and controlled him in secret.
But...
I don't care how sneaky you are, we would have noticed someone sneaking off that many times.
I'm right, right?
Then maybe Monokuma was on autopilot. Maybe they loaded up all the dialogue and actions beforehand. In that case, there's no way he could have had all those back and forth conversations with us. Well, it won't be entirely impossible if they directed the flow of the conversation. Well, maybe, but still.
This is a school announcement. You've all probably figured this out by now, but at this point, the killing game has now entered true ending mode. So, in the name of fairness, I will unlock every room in the school. Look wherever you want. Solve the mystery in whatever way you see fit. Then we can all meet up at the class trial, okay?
Do we get sleep? How very... magnanimous of him to unlock all the rooms.
That's fine.
The time for talk is done. Now we need to begin our investigation, but I was planning on working alone from the beginning.
In the name of my family.
Planning on working alone from the beginning anyway. At this point, I can rely on only myself. The one show me blood flowing through my veins. I have no time to worry about the rest of you. Each of you must uphold your responsibility.
Goodbye.
Well then, after making his final statement, Baracula left the dining hall. Master? He didn't take me with him.
Hey.
Do you blame him? Without Master, the rest of you are like coffee with cream without the cream or coffee. You are totally useless. So bye. With that, Toko... Without the dining hall. Now she's gone, and you are gonna go off by yourself, right, Kyoko?
Indeed.
That's right. Which just leaves Makoto, Hina, and me.
You know?
In that case, I'm gonna go by myself too.
Just a second.
Wait, how come?
How about that?
Just wait and see. I'm gonna use my totally awesome spirit power to figure out the mastermind's identity. He's 30% right, you know, guys. 30% right. Laughing loudly, Hiro left the dining hall.
Aww.
Everyone's really gone off by themselves. What about you, Hina? I guess I'll do the same.
But...
I mean, it's not that I don't trust everyone, you know?
'Cause, I mean...
But up till now, I haven't really been all that useful. I just depend on Sakura and everyone else. You're not useless. If you hadn't been here, I would have died. Makoto? That's really nice of you to say.
But...
Still, I know I've mostly been totally useless.
Okay.
So I figured at least here, at the end, maybe I can find something that will help us all get out of here. So I'm gonna go off and do all my own. Okay, see you later. Hina was in surprisingly high spirits as she dashed out of the dining hall. And once again, it's just two of us.
Indeed.
Wow.
I could see Hiro walking away, but Hina too? Out of everyone, the only one that would be the mastermind has to be Barackula. Has to be. There's no other person it can be. He just fits the total description of kind of like a he really is like the adversary, you know? He can be there to like help, but also at the same time he comes off like such a heel. There's times to where he's helping us, but he says we're friends, but like under his breath kind of type of thing, you know? So because of that, it's got to be Barackula. However, though, with that said, not an invitation to spoilers, I'm just thinking out loud. So you're gonna go off on your own too, right, Kyoko?
However...
Well, don't misunderstand. Just because we're going to do our searches separately doesn't mean we can't still work together.
So...
That goes for all of us. I think I see what you mean. Doing our own investigation doesn't mean we can't work together in the end. I should see it as us splitting up to cover more ground, and then we can get back together and share what we found. Yeah, that's right.
So then...
Well, I better get going. I have an endless list of things I need to check.
Correct.
Monokuma said all the doors in the school have been unlocked, right? So we should be able to investigate every nook and cranny in the school. We can visit all the places we couldn't go before. Makoto, no matter what it takes, we have to uncover the truth. By any means necessary. With that, Kyoko was gone, leaving me alone. I don't have time to waste either. I have to begin my search. I still can't believe the mastermind might be one of us, so that's what I have to prove. I'll prove that the mastermind isn't one of us. I'll expose the mastermind's true identity and solve the mystery of the school, and then we can all escape together. I guess I'll start by taking another look at Fukuro's Monokuma file. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim has been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but those were at least several days old. Once we found who killed Mr. Isaba, then we know who the mastermind is, so where should I start my investigation to figure out who killed her? I guess I should start with the rooms that were locked until now. The headmaster's room, the bio lab, and the door in the data center with Monokuma's face on it. Oh, and second floor of the dorms where the gate was
down before. That should be open now. After that, I have to double check the areas that are connected to the murder, which means the garden, the dojo. Okay, time to get started. Oh, great! We have a checklist. Perfect. Wow. I mean, to some degree, I kind of want to end it there, but at the same time, we did like another, 2 hours. Well, actually, it's 1.5. My voice is still good to go. So... my voice is still good to go. I am gonna... I think I might spend the rest of the coins, maybe. I might leave a little bit just in the off chance I do happen to do another stream. But it sounds like we're just getting right into another class trial here, so... interesting. So... yeah, this could go multiple ways. Well, since we are close to the dorms, we'll probably just go there first. All of a sudden, I'm getting, new stuff. And we almost are at 100% repeat. We're at 90%. Yeah, I don't know how much I would leave, but I do need to leave a little bit of something for next time. By the way, I think I forgot to save it. So we gotta do that. I think we'll do everything up until the actual trial. We'll do the investigation today, but I think tomorrow we will do the trial. Maybe. I kind of don't want to stop in the middle of the investigation. I think we could do the investigation, it's just the trial part I think we'll wait for tomorrow. Definitely.
Do one more. Alright. Oh. Never mind. Save it again. Alrighty. Well, since we're on the first floor, we'll go ahead over to those dorm areas. That would be perfect. Heading over there would be perfect. Eventually, this was going to open up. It's open, we can finally check the second floor of the dorms, which means I have to do it. Whoa! This is the second floor of the dorms? It looks like some ancient ruins. Or no, it's more like a battlefield, like a bomb blew up here or something. Wow. Alright, this is the first door that I actually see. That is completely torn apart. Not even really a bed anymore, it's just garbage. I don't care about your coins, man. I'm just... Oh, so we can't even go in there. Also, no cameras. Were we not allowed in here because we could, well, die? Safety purposes? Hey, I gotta even check the bathrooms, man. Yep, the bathrooms look pretty freaking good. All the rest look like trash. This room is filled with lockers. It must have been the Hope Peak students who came before us. The class before ours must have used these lockers. Looks like this locker has already been broken. There's a card reader inserted on the door. That must be how you get the locker open. After all, it's pretty similar to the card readers on the locker rooms on the second floor of the school. Must have your handbook. But does that mean, well, let's give it a try. Took my handbook and ran it across the card reader, and then... no luck. Maybe only the locker's owner can open it? Which means none of us can do it. I already read all that, so... feel like there's a couple of doors that are like too close together. Still worth a shot. You never know. Nothing we can really do there. This is interesting. Room doesn't feel like a student's room at all. Must be more like an adult atmosphere.
Correct.
It's the headmaster's private room, Kyoko.
Indeed.
I've been through this room several times already, but I still have one little regret. So I decided to check it out one more time. The regret? On the desk, it must belong to the headmaster.
It would seem...
Whoever used this last, it looks like they were very interested in the ultimate despair. PC still has some search results left on it. Then we might be able to get some information on the ultimate despair.
However...
There's not much though. Nothing we don't already know.
In other words...
The ultimate despair isn't one individual, but instead points to some kind of group. That group is responsible for the tragedy which happened 1 year ago. They are the worst sorts of people whose driving force comes from despair.
However...
And that's all there is. Not much to it, is there?
Whew.
But I guess that's the best he could do as a complete very failure. But any information about the mastermind is helpful, right? I appreciate whatever info we can get on our
Correct.
hands. I see. That's a good outlook to have.
It would... How... In other words... How...
Apparently you can look at the monitor and the keyboard. There's a strange gap in the wall. Dude, that might be a secret passage. Is it some kind of design mistake or construction defect or something?
So...
There's a gap here, but not just any normal gap. I can feel a breeze coming out. A breeze.
Indeed.
There's likely an open space on the other side of this wall. Open space, does that mean... You mean like a hidden room? I think I might know how to open it. You got the key, girl. You know how to open it. Did you figure out some kind of trick or something?
Indeed.
If you still have that Monokuma tool, then yeah. A very easy trick, yes. So easy, I'm sure you can
even call it a trick. I saw a program on the PC that I think controls it. Enter the right password and the door should open, right?
However...
But I don't have a clue what the password might be. We know it's probably made up of letters or numbers. We can't really go from there. You're right, that's not nearly enough to go on.
It's true.
I looked through all his paperwork, all the files on the PC, everything I could think of. I learned more about him than I had any desire to, but nothing that might have been his password. When I think of how much time I wasted on this. Jeez. So there's a hidden room she can't get into. That's what he meant by regret. I think we can assume that there must be some kind of clue waiting in there. Maybe from her, there's more to it than that. You know, I do see a notepad right by the goddamn PC. I want to try and click on that if I can. If the game will just let me. Anyway, if we want to get in there, we need to figure out the password. If Kyoko can't figure it out, no way I can stand a chance. No, wait, there might be a chance. The password could be something Kyoko wouldn't have thought of, or something she didn't want to think of. For example, what about your name?
What?
Huh? Sorry, I was just trying to think of what the password might be. I'm sure he hasn't tried it. I'm sure she hasn't tried it. I mean, it's totally understandable. After the way she talked about her dad, the idea he would use her name as his password. Knowing how she is, I bet the idea never even occurred to her. Do you mind if I try it, just to be sure?
Well?
It's not like you need my permission. If you want to try it, try it. Do whatever you want, okay? Okay, so we can't look at that paper. So what do we click on in order to do the password?
Hey.
Can we just go back and read what... But if that's not it, that might just hurt Kyoko even more. If you're worried about me, Makoto, don't be. I already know that your guess is wrong. Okay? In that case, here it goes, nothing. I collected myself and turned to face the computer monitor. Let me just type the password here. I typed in her full name. My hands were tense, slightly trembling, and as I finished typing it in, what? That did it. Kyoko, it worked.
Why?
Kyoko. Without looking at me, she disappeared into the hidden room. She looked grim. Kyoko. Was there anything else in this room that we need to look at?
Take that as a no. Let's go in.
Oh dear God.
If anyone sees what I see... Okay, it's not that, guys. It's that. Makes you think. However, though... Yes. Yes. Because that's the only way it should be.
Hey, Kyoko. I might as well not even have been in the room. Her gaze was fixed on only one thing. A present. Wrapped and covered with such joy. That's what made it so unusual. I have to do it. I better check out the suspicious present before I do anything.
Oh, come on! Right, fine. I'll look at the damn present.
There's a brightly colored box here. It seems totally out of place in here. The more I look at it, the more suspicious I get. Should we open it? I'm getting kind of a bad vibe from it. But I mean, we can't not open it. Okay.
Makoto.
Be careful. Why you think it's dangerous? No, it's not dangerous. But surprising, probably. Huh.
It would seem...
But it is what I think it is. At the very least, it's not something you'll be happy to see. Wait, so you know what's in it?
Anyway...
Just don't scream or anything, okay? Are you saying it's something that will make me want to scream? Okay, I'm just gonna open it. Step by heavy step, I approached the box. I took a deep breath and then held the lid open. Slowly, even slowly, I lifted it up. Light began to sneak its way into the box. I stole a hesitant glance inside, and Kyoko's advice was no use. I let out a trembling cry.
Who could it be, though? Why would you keep the remains? Keep the remains of who? Could it be... It can't be Mukuro Ikusaba, is it? What was in the box? It was bones, human bones. It was the last thing I expected to find in such a bright, joyful box. I mean, who could have possibly imagined?
I see.
Just as I thought, what?
Well, you gotta tell us.
Because apparently you knew.
Just as you thought, how could you have known that? I mean, there were bones in there, human bones.
Wrong.
Well, it's not that I was thinking of the bones specifically, I just had a feeling it would be his body.
Who? That's pretty much the same thing. A dead guy in a box? My father? Huh? What about him?
Correct.
What you found in the box, those bones, that body, that's my father. What the shit? Why? Why? He never left the school? Well, it looks like Kyoko would never get to meet her father face to face. Kind of feel bad for her. Now that I know who it is, I'm just trying to think. Why would he stay, if he even stayed? Or it could have been one of the tragedies of the quote-unquote tragedy. And who would take his remains and put him in a box? And of all things, in a box that is dressed like a present. Like you're gonna put it under a Christmas tree. Why, though? I can understand if you are like, you got nothing else and you have like this very decorative, bright box, and it's like, you know, we're just gonna go ahead and just put them in this box. Not that box, we're gonna put them in this box. But it's so decorative. Yeah, but it's the only box we got. I mean, if that's the case, that's the case, but why? Or at least what's left of him. Are you serious? This is Kyoko's dad. The same man she's been searching for. Hold on, how can you know for sure? How do you know that's him?
So,
given all the information we have already, that's the only possible answer. The same person may very well be the mastermind who planned all this out. According to the files of the headmaster, it's a man in his late 30s. It seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in the school right now. It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants of them high school students, and the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. Alter Ego said the headmaster was probably here in the school, but the only ones who were alive at the start of the killing game were us 16 students, when you put those two ideas together, it doesn't take much to assume.
In other words,
That most likely my father was in the school, but he was already dead. That's my assumption anyway. As Kyoko explained her analysis, she was completely calm. Or no, she wasn't calm. She was trying to seem calm. She said it was just as she thought. She knew it was a possibility. But I have to believe that at some point she wanted to be proven wrong, which is why she never looked in the box herself, even though she had plenty of chances. I know Kyoko said she wanted to see her father so she could cut off all ties. But was that all there was to it? I gave up some of that pride. In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something a true Kyoko's family detective would never do.
I'm sorry, I'm just very terrible with that name.
Would she really give up her pride just for that? I couldn't help but wonder.
Game, can I now do this? I would like to think, as we open that box, she looked at this picture. I want to think that's what she did. I genuinely want to think she looked at this the whole time we looked at it. This picture.
It's all faded. It must be pretty old. Is this a picture of... Hey, Kyoko.
why would you?
Well, this is annoying. I came here to cut myself free of the past, and yet... to find something like this. So what do you expect me to do now? Then I was right. It's a picture of Kyoko when she was a little girl. Knowing the headmaster had this picture all this time, he must have really cared about her.
Why?
What? I wanted to face him, to tell him myself, to cut him out of my life for abandoning me. That's the whole reason I came here. And now he's abandoning me again. And this time, he even stole the only opportunity I had to move on. Has there ever been a worse father? Kyoko. She has the wrong idea.
I think he was killed in the tragedy. Whatever happened for him to cut ties and to come here to the school, completely debatable. Understandable. Completely debatable. But I see enough here. At the very least, he gave a damn. You're not gonna have pictures of your family just sitting around. That's not the way it just goes. That's the reason why people have pictures of their family around their house. It's to remember happier days. You can't seriously take one look at this photo and think this was a happier time. And once again, I find myself playing a game, and I'm just sitting here just reflecting. I could move on. But I'm totally seeing this as like a father right now. It might be weird, but I'm totally looking at this as a father right now. Can we look in the drawer? Is that doable? It's a filing cabinet? Okay. A filing cabinet then. This filing cabinet seems like the kind of place you would find a clue. I should take a closer look. I don't think Kyoko would like some stranger like touching her father's stuff.
Hey.
It's fine, check whatever you want. Are you sure? Okay then. I went through each drawer one by one, starting from the top. From all I found were piles and piles of unrelated documents. He was pretty dedicated to his job, huh?
Well?
It's just because he didn't have anything else. He could have inherited our family business, our legacy. Instead, he left it all behind. I would like to know specifically the order to which everything took place. Because we know that her mom died. And we know that her father tried to leave. If it was death, then he tried to break away. In my position, what I would probably do is I'm hoping that my daughter would go a safer route. Being in the world of essentially cops and robbers, it's hard to say that you could probably live a full life behind a badge. But just being a regular nobody at a school, it's safer to say that a school might be a safer environment. At least, it should be. At least. And I want to think that that's the case. And that her father was just... he saw the path that his entire family was going. Himself, I'm sure his wife, possibly his daughter. And then with the death of his wife, which would be Kyoko's mom, I can't imagine he wanted... Seeing the death of his wife, I can't imagine he wanted to put potentially his daughter at risk. So by going the life of trying to turn away from the family business, that's what he did. I bet that's what he did. At least that's what I would have done. Now, if he broke away and then she died, only then would I say, Kyoko, you have a case. Only then would I say you have a case. But if it is death, then he broke away, I think I see which route he was going. Because it's the route I would have took. In this hypothetical. Thinking out loud. Anyway. He could have inherited our family business, our legacy. Instead, he left it all behind.
Now,
If he couldn't even handle a job like this, he would have been that much more of a failure. To be fair, it also does depend on what side of the family has the family business. His mom's side of the family or his father's side of the family. That's another thing to take into account. Or was it jointed? Like, you know, once you marry into the family, you all become one. No. It doesn't matter if it's your mom's side, your father's side. Once you're married into the family, you get into the business. In that case, he broke ties. But it could have been he saw the path that they were going. I want to believe that that was the case. I'm sure he couldn't stand the thought of it, and it made him desperate. I don't want to say that's the case. The headmaster's desk. It's probably hiding some kind of clue, so I really want to check it out, but I really don't want to touch Kyoko's dad's desk without her permission.
Hey.
Don't worry about me. Feel free to look around as much as you like. Are you sure?
Because...
Never let anything get in the way of an investigation. I don't. Okay then, if you don't mind. Because one thing is for damn sure. If Kyoko ends up seeing what I see, she is going to treasure everything in this room. Because if you care about someone so deeply, everything down to a piece of paper, and you're just writing down, like, you know, a grocery list. It was your handwork. You put that pen to that paper. This was your thought. This was your, you know, this was part of you. Little stuff like that, people can get attached to something as small as that. It's happened time and time again. Something that they care about, in this case, a father. Anything that their father touched, they become attached to it. Because that was a part of them. the more you go away from, like, just, like, grocery stuff, or just, like, just something you were just writing on a piece of paper, the more you go away from that and it becomes more like a personal thing. Like if they were to, like, write a novel, let's say, you are gonna want to keep every bit of those writings of that novel, because at that point it goes beyond just something that they wrote, just pen to paper. It was their thought in pen to paper, and it could possibly come from personal experiences, and therefore it becomes a more intimate kind of type of connection. And that intimate connection is what makes it that much more personal. Starting from top to bottom, I opened all the desk drawers and looked inside. I rummaged through each one, finding nothing but unrelated documents. But the last drawer... Is this? It's an e-handbook, right? And it has a label on it. It says, in case of an emergency. I found some kind of emergency handbook in the headmaster's desk.
In other words,
a handbook with no limitations given to the school's ultimate authority, the headmaster. I'm assuming that's what it is. I think it probably is right.
it would seem...
It might proven unless we continue our investigation. Why don't you hold on to it? But Kyoko, I don't need it. If you don't want it, go ahead, leave it here. Then I guess I'll take it. Is it really okay? Now there's a locker room we could go check.
Hey.
Listen, Makoto. Huh? Can I ask you a favor? Favor? What is it?
So...
I know it's completely unreasonable to ask you this, and I know it will only inconvenience you that much more, but could you leave?
Correct.
You don't even need to say another word. Just for a little while, I'd like to be alone for a bit. Kyoko, don't worry, I'm fine. I just need to calm down a little.
Just a second.
I need to get my emotions in order. You know, Kyoko, you told me before about the relationship you had with your dad. How you are only connected by blood, not by heart and soul. But maybe that picture motivated him. Maybe he hoped to see me again someday. Is that what you were going to say? If so, it's just a theory. And this isn't any issue that can be settled with theories. That picture doesn't change the fact of what happened. What I went through. That problem can't be solved so easily. You are right. I'm sorry.
Anyway...
Once I've got myself under control, I'll return to the investigation immediately. So please, just give me some time to myself. Hey, I understand. Then I'll see you later. Is she really okay? Kyoko, it must have been a complete shock to her. I mean, it was a shock to me. To find out what happened to a headmaster. There's no doubt the mastermind performed that evil deed. They killed the headmaster, killed Kyoko's father, they killed him. The
the headmaster is dead. The one leading the Hope's Peak staff, the one who finalized the plan to isolate you, was the Hope Peak master. So that same person may very well be the mastermind who planned this out. And according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It seems possible, even likely, that he's somehow in control right now. But we were wrong about that. The headmaster wasn't the mastermind, which means the mastermind's true identity is... It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but the killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students, and only people to take a single step at Hope Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. 15 of us met in the Bell Hall, add Mukuro to the mix and you get 16. And including me, only 6 of us are still alive. Everyone else is dead. Even Mukuro. Even she's undeniably dead. So the ones still alive are me, Dracula, Hiro, Toko, Hina, Kyoko. Only those 6 are still alive. Then there's no question. No, wait, that can't be. I refuse to believe it. There has to be some other way. There has to be. Well, there's a bunch of lockers I gotta check, so let's go ahead and check them. Nope. But what about the emergency handbook I found in the headmaster's hidden room? Okay, let's give it one more try. Alright, just what I was hoping for. Now let's see what we've got inside. This locker is totally disorganized. Whoever it belongs to has organized problems in every part of their life. This looks more like me. But I was never here. This is a crystal ball? Crystal ball? No, it can't be. There's no way he ever used this locker. It's just not possible. Hero? Is this a deck of cards? They are tarot cards, but wait, aren't those used for telling fortunes? You know, he's right 30% of the time, guys. It's just a coincidence, right? There's all kinds of textbooks and notebooks stacked up in no particular order and dust everywhere. I have to assume whoever's stuff this is didn't do a whole lot of studying. Not that I can really talk. Trying to act as casual and natural as possible. I picked up one of the notebooks I saw, but the moment I looked inside the notebook, any sense of easiness I may have had evaporated. What? There was no denying it, what I saw. It is Hero. That's his name. Right there. Inside the notebook was written Hero. Is this our hero? The notebook also contained a large number of notes for a variety of different classes. So that means this school was something else and we all went here. Which would mean he attended classes here. No, that can't be possible. I mean, Hero came to the school at the same time as the rest of us. And we were all sucked into this evil world. We never had a chance to take any classes. So, what is this notebook? Wow! I knew it was Hero, but god damn! Once I saw the crystal ball, I was like, oh god. Okay, so no clue. This thing is practically empty. There's just one thing, some kind of pocketbook. I don't see a name written on it, so I can't say for sure who it is. But there's some writing inside. It could be important. I don't like violating the owner's privacy, but I'd better take a look. It looks like a girl's handwriting. And all the letters are spaced out evenly, like whoever wrote them was measuring them. Whoever wrote this must have been really meticulous. I was flipping through the pocketbook, my hand frozen when I got to a certain page. What's the name? I saw something. Toko? My guess is Toko. I saw something familiar written there. Words I heard before. There's a plan to turn Hope Peak into a shelter and isolate the students here in a communal life. I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly. It just so happens to be the headmaster and my father. He was willing to give me some more detail regarding the plan. Here's what he said. The point is to keep our students prodigies safe, to keep them as our hope for the future? Only their genius can overcome disaster, and only their hope can overcome despair. For the future, our country, our world, it's not an exaggeration to call this our final hope. We must isolate our superior youth from the corrupt world to serve as the foundation for a new era. This is the only hope we have. I hope that you'll be willing to go along with this plan. So that's what my father had to say to me. As usual, he made a selfish decision without consulting anyone else. I can't imagine a worse father. Oh, it was Kyoko. This can't be. Can it? But I knew it was, and I knew exactly who the pocketbook belonged to. Kyoko. It couldn't be anyone else, but this belongs to Kyoko. What was it doing in this locker, and what she wrote here completely contradicts what she told me. She said she hasn't seen her father since he left when she was little. I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly. It just so happened... Are we gonna read this all over again? What does this all mean? I quickly scanned the remaining pages of the notebook. It must have been looking for something that would prove me wrong about this whole thing. But when I reached the last page, the question marks spinning through my mind just started spinning that much faster. When I looked at it, unlike the rest of the pocketbook, the writing here was messy, disorganized, scrawled. Despair walks among us, and so... Oh, come on! What is this? What does it mean? I have no idea. How could this possibly make any sense? Despair walks among us, and so we survive. There's a second despair? The more I see, the less it makes sense, because these lockers, I mean, they had to belong to previous students, right? So why am I seeing this? Why are there things in the lockers that look like they belong to the people here? A notebook that seems to belong to Hiro, a pocketbook that seems to belong to Kyoko. There has to be some kind of explanation, but if I want to find out, I have to keep moving the investigation forward. I have to believe in everyone. So that's really it. Okay, so those are all the lockers that we could open. Been through the bathrooms. So we've been there. Was there anything in here we couldn't unlock? Okay, so I think we did everything on this floor. I want to head back and see Kyoko, but I might give her more time. And, well, since she's right here, besides, if we can't talk to her, it's probably a case of... If we can't talk to her, the game will probably just say, we probably need to give her more time. I did kind of leave, so... Yeah, it's just what I thought. The game will just tell us, yeah, you can't do that now, guy. You gotta get out of here, friend. Okay, buddy, but you need to watch your tone there. Okay. So... that's one area I know that was locked. I think the rest is on the 4th floor? I think the rest is on the 4th floor. I want to say everything else is on the... It's on the 4th. I could be wrong on that. Or I could be completely right.
Makoto?
Are you here to look around too? Is that why you're... Is that what you're doing here? I can't help but wonder about that Monokuma door.
Yeah!
So I figured if all the doors in the school have been unlocked, that one should be open too, right? But... although I couldn't bring myself to open it.
I mean...
it might explode, right? And that would really suck. So you open it. I'm sure she didn't mean it, but she made it sound like she was okay with me getting blown up. God damn it! Where's my cursor? Dude! That is so on the door! Huh? Is that... what? Oh man. Guess I'll open it. Wait, let me take cover first. I don't want to get exploded. Hina raced over to a nearby desk and hidden underneath it. Okay, go ahead. Everything will be okay, right? Alright, here it goes, nothing. I threw all my weight into it and let the door open easily than I expected. Damn! Was no explosion, thankfully. My first impression was... huh? This place is totally sci-fi. Yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing. Not a whole lot to click on. What is this device? looks like some kind of control panel. It's really over the top, though. Like some kind of military installation or something. It kind of looks like a mech cockpit, right? Yafumi probably would have freaked out if he saw it. He would. He totally would. The sounds that Toko makes whenever she sees Master... Oh, God. Yeah, that would be the same sounds that Hifumi would be making. 100%. Cockpit. So the Monokuma room has a control panel that looks like some kind of cockpit. Then that could mean...
Okay.
Alright, let's start poking at it or whatever. I'm gonna start pushing buttons. Hold on, you can't just... or whatever, something like this. But it was too late. Hina was already jabbing away at the control panel.
Huh?
Did you hear that? Yeah, I think it came from the other room. What did you push? I'm not totally sure, but I think it was that one. The button says Data Center. Data Center? I took a look at the control panel and saw a bunch of buttons, each with a name and a room next to it. And just like Hina said, this one was labeled Data Center. That must be the one she pushed, but the Data Center, that's right next door. The room we were just in, that's where the strange noise came from. I probably better go check it out. Yes, please. I'm kind of scared out of my mind right now, so I'll just cheer you on over here. Did I just hear what I think I heard? Is that Monokuma? Give me all your donuts. Good play, Hina. Good play. Is that you, Hina?
What?
What? Man, busted. How did you know?
Say what?
What is this? Some kind of remote control camera kind of setup? You don't even know what you're controlling?
Hello.
Well, I mean, I can't really see anything from in here.
Found it!
Guess what I found? A self-destruction button. Please don't hit that. Whatever you do, don't push it.
Too bad!
And you were seriously gonna push it. Anyway, I guess that settles it. The room with the Monokuma drawing on it, the control panel inside.
Ah!
Hey Makoto, what the heck was that just now?
Huh?
Monokuma, what do you mean? What you were controlling just now? It was Monokuma.
Huh?
Monokuma? What, for real? Yep, it looks like the panel definitely controls Monokuma, which means the Mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from the room. Yeah, they were definitely in here. The Mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room. And this room control is totally separate from the data center and data center area with all the monitors. In other words...
Hey.
Maybe the Mastermind can't monitor us and control Monokuma at the same time. Hyoko's theory was right.
But
if the mastermind's been controlling Monokuma from here, that means they've been inside the school this whole time, right? I guess that would have to be true. But if that is true, it's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. How many times do I need to read this? I'm almost just gonna skip it next time. I'm sure I told you this already, but the killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. The only one to take part in the Hoax Beat since the killing game began are those 16 students. I'm just gonna skip that the next time they bring it up, because I get it. The mastermind Monokuma puppeteered really is the 16th student. No, it can't be. There's no way, right? What's wrong, Makoto? I don't like that face you're making. Oh no, it's nothing. Okay. What about you? Is everything okay?
'Cause, I mean...
Well, it's just... This is where the mastermind has been hiding, right? Who knows if they set up traps or something. I can't say it's possible, but I really hope it's not true. Like...
So,
You want to leave soon? There's still lots of other places to check out. Good point. We can't waste all our time standing around here. Okay, wanna get going? Yeah. What? I can't click on this? There's someone... Oh, okay, never mind. That was... Okay, that was... There's clearly a thing I could click on. As soon as the door to the data center was closed, I heard a strange sound. What was that? The door, it just locked on its own. What? My hand shot out to grab the doorknob. You are right, it's locked, but why? Of course it's locked, because the data center is now restricted. Monokuma?
Just a second!
No fair, you can't just go around restricting whatever you feel like.
Hey,
It's your benefit, because if that room stays open, I won't be able to move around. Imagine how depressed everyone would get if the school mascot just up and stopped moving. Then that room,
Yep.
as you may guess, that's where my controls are. So, right now, you're being operated by someone in that room.
Yes, indeed.
Rectamundo.
You're a liar!
But that doesn't make any sense. We were just in there, and we didn't see anyone. Oh, didn't you? There was a trap door. Are you sure you were as thorough as you could have been? Didn't happen to check the suspicious hatch. No way. The hatch on the floor? That was one big chance and you blew it.
Too bad.
Dude, I tried to click on it, but I didn't. Dude, I wanna... Dude, let's freaking... Okay. I wanna save it. Of course, that hatch can't be opened from the outside anyway, so whatever. Now... Oh, okay. If it can't be opened from the outside... Now then, this room is officially restricted, so now, more investigation. I'll be relying on you guys to tell the others. Ace! He's gone, but...
So,
Was he telling the truth? The mastermind was hiding in there? In fact, if you think back to when we got locked out of the control room, that proves it for sure. Then when I said we should leave, well, that hatch couldn't have been opened from the outside anyway, right? Though it's not your fault.
Sorry.
Okay. Anyway, don't have to let it get to us. We have to stay positive and make the most of the time we have left. Right. If there's one thing I'm good at, it's keeping my body moving.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna go run around and tell everyone what we found here. Nice. You've got all motivated again.
You got it.
Okay, I'm out. See you later. Hina took off at a full sprint, and I have to do what I can do too. That's the only way forward. Well, since we're here, we have to go to the headmaster's room. Guys, that's gonna be it for today. That is gonna be it for today. I would continue on. Totally would continue on, but I just want to save my throat. It's... Like, I really need to pace myself. Because we're gonna be doing this every single day. And to just keep on going, yeah. I just need to relax, take it easy, voice-wise. But this is awesome, man. This is really, really something. I have no clue what to expect. I have no idea what's gonna happen. I don't even know of all the places that we still have to check here. Many things could happen. I'm looking forward to what's around the corner. I think it's going to be great. Also, I see the follow now. Toko Genocider, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Yeah, I was just kind of enthralled into, like, everything that was, like, taking place. So, this was really, really something. I like it. I love this game. It's not by no means like one of my top games of all time, but like everything that's like around the corner, everything that could be happening, like there's a lot of good going for it, and what is here, like I'm totally like interested in seeing like what's next. So that's what's keeping me moving. That's what I'm really liking so far. And yeah, I just wanna see what's around the corner. So I think it's gonna be great. I think it's gonna be awesome. But at the same time, well, kinda need to rest that voice, take it easy, and all that stuff. No stream tonight. The only reason why I did a double stream yesterday is because I wasn't anticipating on coming across a class trial. So because of that, I kind of did what I did. So, now, hopefully the same time tomorrow, we'll go ahead and do another stream. Gonna be looking forward to it. And yeah, I don't know what else to say other than thank you guys for hanging out with me. Again, Toko_Genocider. Appreciate the follow. Just a joke. Also appreciate you stopping by to this stream as well over on YouTube. Much appreciated. I'm on both Twitch and YouTube at the same time. Anytime that you want to check out my channel, well, you know where to go. You don't have to. It's going to be at the same time. So pick your platform that you so choose. Sometimes, if there's a problem on one channel, you just got to go to the other, and bam, you're kind of good. So, all my streams end up on YouTube at one point or another. Whether or not it would be live, I have got cut off by YouTube a few times. I think it was like 2 streams in a row. I did Yakuza 0, and I got like freaking shut down by freaking YouTube. I don't know what the hell happened there, but twice in a row I got cut off by YouTube. So I thought it was kind of odd that on both occasions it was doing freaking Yakuza 0, and it's like, god damn you. So whatever the case may be, I'm still having a lot of fun with Danganronpa. We're going to be continuing this tomorrow. And I do believe, yeah, tomorrow would have been an actual stream. I am kind of considering if I should do other streams on my usual days, because basically I'm thinking either just after the weekend or during the weekend, we are going to complete this game. So I'm thinking somewhere between. I'm thinking somewhere in the neighborhood of like the 13th and 15th. I think it's gonna be like the final stream of Danganronpa 1, and if that ends up being the case, well, technically, like, say, like, for example, I finish on the 15th. You know, I'm going to be doing it. My normal stream is Monday. Excuse me. Not Monday. Monday, I'm thinking of doing Remnant with some friends of mine. But the deal is, I'm thinking, well, my normal stream schedule is Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday, and if I finish on the 15th, that would be on a Tuesday, which, I mean, if it's on a Tuesday, we're going to be streaming again on the 16th, in which case, we'll be doing a stream immediately after. Well, like, you know, the next day. But since I've been streaming every single day, I thought about, like, should I, like, take the 16th off if I finish it before then? Just so that way I could just kind of, like, take a break, relax. Hopefully my voice is not so bad. Because I do feel like whatever treatments I try and do for my voice, it doesn't really work. To be fair, one thing that would really help, voice-wise, just don't talk so loud. But this is just naturally how I sound when I have over-the-ear headphones, and I just feel like I got the game audio, the area around, you know, my ears is like completely isolated, so my head's already kind of like muffled, so I feel like I need to speak even louder. So, and I have heard a friend of mine who stopped by while I was streaming, he has said that, you know, when you had your old headset on the ear, I could only hear every half word you say. Now I could hear, like, every word you say, so that's just an idea of, like, how loud I speak. So, anyway, that said, yeah, So we're going to be doing Danganronpa tomorrow, hopefully around 9 a.m.-ish. And yeah, I would continue on, but I'm thinking of my voice this entire time. I just want to give it a break and just kind of relax. Yesterday we did a double stream. Not going to happen today because, I mean, yeah, we're in the middle of investigation. I kind of wanted to complete the investigation, but I don't think we got too much information, and today was just... Dude, the whole thing with Kyoko's father, that was insane. So, like, it really, really hits in the feels. Yeah. This really isn't my kind of type of game, but the story they're telling, I'm like so invested in it. I want to see what's around the corner, and that's what's keeping me going. That's what I'm liking about the game, and it's good. It's really good in that regard. But yeah, it is what it is. I don't know what else to say. So yeah, we'll just go ahead and end the stream. As always, thanks Camoffer for subbing to the channel. Appreciate all the follows and support from all you guys. Anyone who's ever typed in chat, followed the channel, any lurkers, appreciate all you guys coming by and hanging out with me for a little bit. I deeply, deeply appreciate it. All I know is I'm just having a lot of fun and playing the games that I love. That's why I do this. So even if I'm doing it to an audience of no one, sometimes there's a ride, and just me being able to experience something is just, for me, that's enough. And I like it. I enjoy it. So I keep doing it. Yeah. So just a huge blanket of thank yous to everyone. And I need to rest this voice of mine. So born to lose, live to win. See you guys tomorrow. Hopefully at around 9 a.m.-ish. I'm trying to flip my sleep schedule. I think we're actually kind of good sleep schedule-wise. Although I might need to drink some extra coffee come Monday, I believe. Also, do need to put out a reminder, not tomorrow, but Saturday on the 19th, we are going to be doing a podcast. Me, Dark, are going to be talking video games, all that goodness, and yeah, hopefully it'll be a lot of fun. So I'll see you guys around in the next one, hopefully tomorrow. So yeah, later guys, peace.